Hello, everybody. This is Mickey Mao. It is 11/11/25, Veterans Day. I am joined here by Kermixalot. Why don't you go and say
Hey
hello?
guys.
Um, we are getting some things set up, so thanks for awaiting a brief minute or so. Double check the live stream is live. All right, that's looking good. Yeah, we decided to go with no music today, so
Huh.
all right. And one last thing. Windows 11, they changed a bunch of shit, so I have to find the. Okay. All right. Let me get you on screen here.
I can start with cake.
There we go, Kermit. This show is yours. Why don't you take it on the road?
All right. Thank you. So I'm gonna be going over a few of the coins that we traded. Some worked, some didn't, and then a couple of the guys might jump in and offer some coin ideas, and then be happy to look at the last few days of how par looked. And par is the price action reader that we use. It's a custom designed indicator that uses multi-time frame RSI, and I will go into how to read it with a couple of the coins. So first, I'm going to look at cake, and Nikki, if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. So one of the guys in the group called for a short, uh, right around here, and let me okay. So when I saw that, I was noticing that the red ribbon, which is a combination of the 4 and 8 hour, you can throw the 6 hour in there as well. It doesn't matter because the 4 and the 8 are going to be on either side of the ribbon anyway. Um, so I was looking at the peaks here, right? And each time it kind of got rejected off the bottom of the monthly CPR, which is the red area, and this dashed line is the very bottom of it. So it got kind of not quite touched it there, but right here rejected. And I'm looking at the peaks and I'm looking at where the ribbon is, and I will actually just draw a trend line. Right, okay, is that better? The candlesticks what? Oh, okay. I'll zoom out on that a little bit. I'm on the 15 minutes, so but I just want to highlight the peaks here, and that's what I'm looking back at before I take a trade, just to kind of see the market structure. And here's the 4 and 8 hour momentum, right? And then here, price went significantly higher. Let me get that out of the way a little bit. And while it did so, the 4 and the 8 hour ribbon could barely get up to the middle of where it was in the past. Right. So as soon when I saw that, I'm like, okay, well, if the 15, 30, and 60, in my case, I have the 10 up right now, but it's basically the same. When those three lines all curl down, which is right here, there is your short. So let me mark that with a vertical line. Right. So right here, the 10 was going up, so that's not ready yet. And then right here, that is that's your entry for the short. Okay. All right. So there it was at around 275. and I had just mentioned in the chat that I TP'd right around here. I took a couple on the way down, one around here, and uh, completely out of the trade here, just in case. Because you also have a bull div on the low time frame ribbon, which is right here. Okay, so that's a really good reason to take most of the profits out of the trade and just kind of let it do what it's going to do from now. So that's cake. Let me see who's. Oh, okay. Hey, buddy, what's going on? We're waiting for Nico and Shorticus. They should
I'm
be
having
joining us shortly.
fun.
So anyway, this
I'm
was
just watching them while I eat.
Sounds good,
all
brother.
good, all good. So at this juncture, it was a rejection of the monthly pivot, and it was also a three inside down right here. Let me make the candles a little bit bigger. All right, someone's in here.
Yeah.
Hey, Shorticus, how you doing?
The setup is determined to make their escape impossible, even if it means checking out
Uh,
You want to
things look dire. Zorro and the others arrive, and then
want to mute your mic, buddy? Hey, Shorticus, can you hear me? Okay. So we're going over cake. We're going over. I'm gonna go over cake, dash, and turtle for today's
We're gonna
trade.
go to the room because it has to be quiet for Poppy to focus, okay?
go ahead. I got him. I got him the 0% on my end.
What happened?
I have him 0% on my end.
Okay. All right. Am I good to go now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So, all right, back to it. Okay. So, again, watching here, Ghosty called the short, right? And it had everything going for it for the short on cake. Right at this point. You see these three candles here on the 15-minute? That's a three inside down because you have this middle candle is completely, the body is completely engulfed inside of this up candle. And then the next one went down and closed significantly below. So that's a three inside down. You also have a bear div right here with the yellow ribbon. The yellow ribbon consisting of 15, 30, 60. You know what? I'll just change it to 15 for the lesson here. Just take out the confusion. It's really not going to change a lot. I just like 10's a little bit quicker. So see, it's a little harder to tell, but same thing. 15, 30, 60 bear div, and Shorticus. What I'm looking at back in here, the middle of the ribbon is, where I'm going to have a line drawn, and that's the 4 and 8 hour. Actually, the 4 is the yellow, the 8 hour is the red. And as I'm looking here, the 4 and 8 hour came up, but it couldn't even get up to the middle while price went way up high. So that's also going to be a bear div. Obviously, if it keeps going, you got your stop loss over the monthly pivot here and you just let it go. But since it got rejected, you have that reversal candle. There's your confirmation. And right here, the 15, 30, 60 all fell at the same time. And you may have not seen the 4 hour turn at that candle, um, but definitely would have seen it on the next one. All right. So you usually want to give these trades about 30 to 45 minutes after you get in to really kind of know if it's going to go your way or not. And that's why a lot of times I'll just say, hey, I'm scrapping the trade, I get out. All right. So that's cake.
Couldn't hear it.
What's that?
Oh, you could hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
My
It,
fault, Kerm. I thought I was on mute, bro. My fault. I'm talking to my wife,
it,
bro.
yeah, it's all good. Hey, so
Go ahead.
if you have a question, you can definitely turn the mic off and ask a question. That's great.
I got you, brother. I got you. I'm gonna mute myself. I thought I was on mute. My fault, bro.
Okay, it's okay. Text Nico. Tell him to get in here.
I got you. I'll hit him up right now.
Yeah, hit him up. All right. But do you have any questions on this? Because this lesson is mainly for you and Nico.
Yeah, I got you. I know. I'm paying attention. Let me get him right now.
Sure. I'll give you a minute. We'll just kind of I'll wait like a minute or two, and then I'll go on to Dash. That one kind of didn't work so well today. I think it might be starting to go up now. Mm, yeah, it's working now. It just all day long it was a dud, but we can get into it. All right, I'll go ahead and get into Dash. All right, and we can come back to Cake when Nico's in. I'll go over it again. All right, so
Um,
let's
I,
look at.
I shot
Go
him a
ahead.
message. So yeah, see if he comes in.
Perfect. Thanks, buddy. All right,
No
let's look
problem.
at Dash. Um, and the whole time I was looking at Dash, I didn't really like the 8 hour, and I mentioned it in the chat, so it was definitely noted. Let's see. This was the beginning of the day. I started getting a little excited right here because you had a bull div on the 15/30/60. But what I noticed as it went up, and the reason I took profit is because the red ribbon was still kind of lagging and kind of falling right here, right? So that's why I TP'd and put stop at break even, which they did took me out here, but then there was a bullish engulfing right here, and with this bullish engulfing, you have a mini bull div right here, and now the 4 and the 8 hour is starting to turn up. So this right here is way more par approved than this one over here.
There's also the theory when you're looking at these divs, these bullish and bearish divs, where that would be considered a trigger wave. So you get the div, you get the lower low, then you get the higher low, and then it takes one more wave to essentially trigger the uh, the the reversal. I've seen that in what do we call our indicator?
Oh, the in the par
The money
or
minter.
no, your money mentor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah. All right, now look at this. We also have a an extended bull div on the 15/30/60 right here. So what I usually do, will measure right in the middle of the ribbon at its low, and that's right here. All right, and then right here, it's technically higher, while price, here, I don't know if it went lower, but it was even. And in my eyes, that's still actually that is a little bit lower. See that? It's angled down. Okay, so price lower, indicator higher on not just one time frame, but 15, 30, and 60. And simultaneously, you have the 4 turning up, and now the 8 is finally cooperating. If you guys look back in chat and you type in search 8H, you'll see that I said I didn't really like it much because right here, the 8 was falling while the 4 was going up. They were kind of spreading and separating. So I just kind of lost the taste for it right here. But because the 4 and 8 is oversold, I am still going to keep it on the radar. And that's why I got back in here, because you have a bullish engulfing and you have you have 5 time frames, and you throw the 6 hour in there too, it'll probably be all 6 time frames are moving up. That's a really good sign, but you do want to catch it as soon as they all start to work in unison together, and that's right here at the green vertical line, and it's also a bullish engulfing. So Definitely learn about candles, learn a lot of the basics like bullish and bearish engulfing, three inside up, three inside down. Um, Learn about like the dojis, bullish and bearish doji. I definitely recommend to really brush up on that. Anyway, so that's Dash. And right now, this trade's up about 2.2%. I took a little bit off, and now I will just put my stop right probably around here. Let me show you. I try. I'll just put my stop there. Because if price gets back down there, this 4 and 8 is definitely going to curl back down, and but I don't think it will. But if it does, then I'll probably get another opportunity. I think Dash has a lot more to go. ZEC, also another privacy coin, just went like bonkers, and Dash did well, but I don't think it did nearly as well. And I think a lot of people are looking at it. So that's Dash, and then let me look at Turtle, and then you guys, I want to look at the coins that you want to look at. All right, so there's Turtle. And Turtle's doing great. All right, so
I do want to point out that Dash is still a fairly new coin. With new projects, you'll get these pumps and dump phases. So I would exercise caution on Dash, looking at the long-term chart.
uh, hold on a second. No, I mean, isn't Dash been around since 2018?
Well, on Bybet, it's only going back to 21.
Look at you want to look at Binance for that. Here, let me look. 12-month chart.
Even then, like
Here, 2020. All right, so it's 5 years. I mean, that's
yeah,
and you got
it's the pattern that I'm noticing where it pumped up really hard, got into like the 400s almost, and then
okay, fair
just
enough. Yeah,
flatlined.
it did have. I mean, but compared to ZEC, I think it
Yeah.
could still kind of play catch up.
Even though
But you're
it's
right.
got a great market capitalization and it's gotten really high dollar amounts per share,
Yeah.
this candlestick pattern I've seen in pump and dumps. So just
Well,
quickly looking at the candles in the long term, I'm like, that's it gives me some risky vibes, risk on vibes.
fair enough. But my plan is to probably be out of it by
Yeah.
to, you know tomorrow. But if it does turn into a swing, great. I'll just consider myself lucky at that point. All right, so let me go back to Turtle. Okay, Turtle. All right, this one was it's a little tougher. Um, but I want to kind of share with how I see things. All right, so it's been on my watch list for a little while, right? You have now this is not a bull div on the medium time frame and the high time frame, but it is in my um kind of an exaggerated divergence where um price went up a little, but the indicator went up a lot. I mean, this went from oversold, and this is the zero line. So that's a pretty that's a pretty significant move up with the indicator, while price kind of, I mean, what is it, 95 here and a dollar here, or 9.5 cents to a dime. That's not a huge move when the indicator goes from oversold to zero. I mean, these are the higher time frames too. It's not like just the 15-minute. So this is all bullish right here, especially when this starts to curl. So I was looking at that. I'm like, yeah, definitely want to take a long signal on the low time frame. So here's the low time frame. Okay. All right. So all in here, I'm interested. I want it. And then right here on this spike down, that was my trigger. That was my long signal. And that, let's see, is that when I got in? That's at 2 o'clock. Yeah, that's about when I got in. I mean, you guys can check the chat. Let's get.
I do want to point out that this project is looking like brand new. It's only been listed on Binance, not even a month now.
This one is brand new. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is high risk. This is not something I'm gonna say, hey, buy and hold for the future. You know, the
And
whole
so,
world will be trading in turtle coins.
yeah, the rule of thumb though is the newer the project and without much price action, the more pump and dumpy it can get. Um,
Yeah,
so we like to warn people and exercise caution in trading
absolutely.
these new projects and projects that don't have proper price action and proper market structure and honestly proper market capitalization. If there's not enough liquidity in that project, it'll one whale can go in there and just wreck you.
Right. Well, and that's why you guys know with a lot of these, TP1 is like around 2.5. TP2 is around 5. I mean, that's just kind of a guideline. But I'm also going to look at the pivots, right? Now, the the reason I also like Turtle is because you have a 6-hour CPR right on the middle of a weekly CPR, right? The white dotted line. And then you also have a daily CPR here,
Oh,
which is so that is a triple stack.
that,
And so,
I'm sorry. I'm on CoinGecko and looking at Turtle just to provide more
yeah,
context
I don't
here.
want to know about the fundamentals.
No. And I just found their dark mode. My eyes are grateful.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I would imagine the fundamentals on this are probably shit, but I don't trade any fundamentals. Everything is
Um,
purely momentum
yeah,
based.
one thing I do like to look at is what the project actually does, and so that's why I'm trying to give backfill information.
Sure. Well, if you wanna share it, I'm all for it. Mm. I just personally, it doesn't matter to my trading, but yeah, a lot of people, it's important to them. So yeah. So one thing I am looking at with Turtle is that the ribbon went way overbought right here. So I don't think that the ribbon is going to outdo this, right? It's just kind of a nuance with par. If I'm trading off a certain ribbon and that ribbon has already gotten way overbought or oversold, like I mean, it went over the overbought zone, right? So if I had to bet on it, I would say that the middle of the ribbon going forward, right, if we drew it out, will not surpass this, right? But price can surpass it, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for price to get up here while the ribbon is like struggling like right around here, right? Then it's going to print a bear div, and that's when I will definitely TP more or take a short. Um, as long as the 4 and the 8, which now is starting to get over where it was before. So if this price pushes higher, I don't think you're going to get a bear div on the 4 and 8, maybe just on the low time frame. So it would just be for a scalp. But right now, you got all the lines going up. All 5 time frames that I have on my chart are all pointing up. So there's no reason to skedaddle right now. I'm going to stick in it. So that's turtle. But at the same time, I've already TP'd some up in here, and now the stop is at break even, so I don't even care really, honestly. I mean, but I am gonna watch for a spike up into 11, 12, like 12 cents, and then take a nice profit there. So that's the 3 that I wanted to go over. Now, Shorticus, Nico, is Nico in here yet? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in. What coins do you guys want to look at? Oh, ICA's in here too. Break anybody. But I promised Shorticus, and then anybody have any other coins, throw them on up. You can put them in chat
I
or just unmute your mic and say it. So I'll wait.
We can look at Manta if you want to look at Manta.
Manta, okay. All right, let's take a
Yeah,
look.
I agree with that because Manta was a topic of discussion yesterday.
Okay. All right, here we go. So let me look. Can you look in chat to see when I traded it? When we were really talking about it? I know I got one of these moves. I don't know. I forget. I have a very short-term memory with these.
I think it was like 2 or 3. Let me just double check.
I know I traded it. I mean, see, the nice thing is if you just catch one of these, I mean, you're done. You TP right here, and you didn't even get back up there. Well, actually, it never came back up here.
Okay, so
right?
Manta, I'm looking at your DMs here. Manta, you first mentioned check Manta for swing at 6:36 a.m. my time, so add 2 hours to that on the 9th.
6:36. All right, so 8 right here. Here, I'm gonna mark 8:30 right here. Okay. Yep, that's where I remember it. Okay, so let me tell you why I liked it, because here's the 4 and 8 hour ribbon, right? That's a bullish, right? It kept making higher lows, right? And it didn't get too out of whack here, right? Even though price shot up, the ribbon didn't. It got a little overbought, but wasn't crazy. So I wasn't too worried about that. And then right here, I saw that the ribbon was turning right around here, right? I think I got up at like 6. I looked at it, I saw, and then when I got interested was when the 15 was pulling down right here, and I got a little bit late. I think, yeah, it was around what, 8:36. I said check it, and it just went right away. So that was a 13% move pretty much right after I said check it, and it moved up. You had the 15/30/60 after retesting into the ribbon right here. It turned. You could have actually got in before I got in at like 10.9 cents, and then it would have given you like an 18% move within an hour, right? So a lot of people, you get 20% move on 10x, you're done for the day, depending on what you're trading. So that was Manta. And you definitely would want a TP here at the top of the monthly CPR as well. And you also had the 15 peak out, and that's where you want to throw it down to the 5-minute, right? And let me throw it down to the 5-minute, go back to that line. All right, if something's really going nuts, you want to throw it down to lower time frames. And right as soon as the next 5-minute candle, right, it had already fell significantly, but you're still up quite a bit. Let's see, that would have only given you about 8%, but you could have gotten out at this candle when the 15 and the 30 turned from way, way, way overbought, right? You definitely want to, but when you see the 15 get up into this black zone and you're up significantly, like 15, 20%, take it. there's no reason not to take some off, and most at this point. So that was the play on Manta. It was more of a continuation play because like the higher time frame ribbons weren't way down here and oversold, right? Because what you can do is you can look back, right? Here was the here's the par gap play right here, right? Try to ignore the yellow ribbon because that's the low time frames. So that's noise. But there was the par gap on the higher time frames, right? And I'll kind of draw what I'm looking at. Right? Wide open real estate with these 4, the 6, the 8, the 12, the 18, and the 24 all pushed together, squeezed together at the bottom of the chart, right? And then that opens up all this real estate, so that leaves an imbalance that price is going to want to eventually fill. And that's how par gaps work. All right. So here, same thing. You have that open real estate right here. Okay. And so as soon as the ribbon starts to turn, you just look for the dips right here. Right here. So this was your original play on Manta. I don't know if I got in back then. You can always check the chat. So you didn't get the best entry, the original par gap entry, and then you just look for continuations, right? So you wait for the wave to start to turn, and then here's your secondary entries. I'll point them out to you, okay? See how the 15, 30, 60 dropped and then turn? There's an entry. 15, 30, 60 drop and then turn? There's another entry, right? And now you're starting to get that 1 hour overbought. So if you didn't get in here, you're just kind of chasing. But you had another opportunity here. 15, 30, 60 dip way down, right? The second the 3 of them turn, if you notice the red ribbon's still going up violently, right? Here's another entry. And that entry would have given you probably, what is that? 30% move? Yeah, that's a 30% move in like half hour or an hour. So these are your earlier entries, and now it came down, curled again, another continuation trade. All right. Now, when I will stop looking for continuation trades on Manta is when the 468 or the 48 makes like a significant bear div, and it's overbought. Then I'll probably forget about it. So if I see the ribbon come up right here, boom, and then do something like that, and while it does this, price goes higher. This is where right here, I'm done looking at continuation trades, and now I'm looking at, this would probably be like a par gap short, and that's what I would look at. So that's Manta.
What
You
he
guys
just
have any
drew,
questions?
what he just drew there was a bear div.
Yeah, here. So like, let's say price, it goes up, and then price higher, indicator lower. So here,
Yeah, price higher, momentum lower.
and momentum lines lower. I keep hitting.
Wait, what
I
are you
thought
explaining again?
All right. So yeah,
Well, hold on.
that's
Kermit, what was the question?
Sorry, what were you just explaining?
So the bear div and the bull div are essentially when price gets higher but momentum starts getting weaker, that's a bear div. If price gets lower but momentum gets I guess stronger relative, that's when it's a bull div. So this image that he has on here, you want to show him. So the price is
yeah,
getting
right here.
higher, what he just drew, and then
Price here.
the momentum's getting lower, and so
Yeah,
that's
so
Yeah.
the
why.
angles are in opposite directions.
Yeah. So
Right.
it's like the alligator mouth is open.
Yeah. So what I'm saying,
Good analogy.
if I mean the ribbon is starting to turn here, right? And actually, Manta might be something to consider because you have the weekly CPR sitting here at the bottom of the monthly CPR. Okay, so check it. The monthly CPR is very wide, right? What is this percentage? That's a 16% differential from the bottom to the top, right? So that's a very wide CPR. With a wide CPR, the tops and bottoms are really strong supports,
Yeah.
right? And
You can also look back, and I want to point this out because I was noticing it. You'll see every time that price tries to get up there, it gets rejected when it gets above.
here, right here, yep. So the tops, very strong resistance, bottoms, strong support. It's supported here. Here it kind of, had a manipulation move below it, but it went right back above it.
Yep.
And also, uh, take a note that you can play the CPRs bottom to tops nicely, right? That happened here. It happened here, right? So it might do it again. I don't know. I don't know how many times you'll be able to go to the well with this. Um, but I'm also noticing the weekly CPR and the daily CPR all sitting here, and there's a 6 hour right here too, all sitting here at the bottom. So actually, if you see this and this, I didn't even think about it when I drew it, but if it retests right here, might be an incredible long. But that's Wednesday. I mean, if I see anything here, I might take it. Might reject here the middle of the CPR, right? And then come down and retest, and then but who knows? I hate predicting because you just they can market can do whatever it wants. I'm just reading the momentum.
Yeah, you
So
can get
yeah,
a
that's
clearer
Manta.
picture if you zoom out. So if you look at the higher time frames and then zoom into the lower time frames, um, then you might get a better idea of where the price projection is going to be.
It's a little. There's a lot on the chart. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Here, what? I can take off some of these.
I
That'll
want you to
help a little
up,
bit.
update all of
I
them.
don't even have trader package on. That makes it even busier. But I want to keep all the CPRs. I don't really need the 6 hour
Go to the daily.
daily chart.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this candle was just too much. It had to retest a little bit. I mean,
That looks like
it's
consolidation to me, dude.
yeah. It's not really. It's on a macro. It's probably not considered bullish right now. However, I try to play
Look at that
chess here.
volume. Jesus.
Right here, yeah. Okay, so with this volume, there's obviously some institutional interest or some big players interested. Um, right, the 50% of this candle is held very well. And right here, we have a lot of time left in today's day. So, um, what I think might happen is this candle goes higher, maybe to here, right? Today's daily pivot, and then the next candle, maybe you could get it if you get a 3 inside up and it closes over this, kind of like what I drew here with the lines. That's going to be very bullish in my opinion, and so that could happen. So this could be getting in
Yo,
at the ground floor.
Yo, how's
You
it going,
know,
Alex?
I
we were
mean,
playing. Let me rage quit.
go ahead.
Oop.
Yeah, if
Did you,
anybody has anything to add, feel free. But I
did
mean,
you
you
did you
could
just
get
say
in
you're
here.
playing a game and then you rage quit,
Who?
Alex? I swore I
My
heard
bad.
that.
I'm into chats at once. My bad. I didn't realize I was unmuted. My fault.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to just do like a high risk, get in soon and then just put a stop below here. I mean, that's not. It's at 10.8 right now. A stop here is at 10.58. It's like you wouldn't really lose much, but I'm not. I'm not playing it. I try to usually go light at Asia. You know, I'm not really a night person. I'm more of a morning person. So I love trading New York session a lot more. I'm way more fresh. Anything else anybody wants to look at? And I can.
Let's look at uh others.d.
Okay. Want to look at more macro or?
Yeah, just to see if all the alts are gonna start pamping.
It's tough because you got. Here, let me look at the 4 hour. All right. So what I don't like on others is the 4 and 8 is it's trending down. That's what I don't like. And the time frame ribbon kind of topped out here. Now, can it turn? I don't think if it turns now, I don't think the ribbon would outdo this peak here. Um, but that doesn't mean that I can't say price, right? It's not really price. Well, we could say price just for, maybe price, you know, makes a new high, but the ribbon won't. So if it does go, I don't think it would be a breakout. It would be a bear div.
Yeah.
But this is not. Yeah, it's not really that bullish on others.d in my opinion. Not par wise. And that 12 is crawling down. Does anybody have any um, thoughts on others right now? You have a bull div on the low time frame, so it might do okay for Asia session, but then London and New York might get a little funky. I don't know. Yeah, this it's a little. This is kind of a coin toss to me right now, and even the candles. I mean, you have a bullish engulfing, but it came right up to the daily um, CPR bottom, and it was just kind of retesting the breakdown here, right? And now this
Interesting.
candle's not looking so great.
We're getting a squeeze, I think, on Market Smasher.
Oh, on
I'm
others?
sorry, on BTCD on dominance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dominance is bullish right now. But I don't think it's a good entry right now. Yeah, it's hard to say. The 15, 30, 60, it did get overbought, didn't get crazy overbought, and this is not a bear div here. So dominance, yeah, I would say Bitcoin might be pretty strong tomorrow.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It tested 100K again the last
yeah,
couple days, and let's just
and
see if
it's
it get.
strong right now too.
Yeah, let's see if it gets rejected here.
All right, give me Give me some coins, some ideas, questions, comments, concerns.
Yeah, if it gets rejected here and the Bitcoin pumps, I could see 112 again,
Okay.
up to like 120.
Total 3. Let's look at total 3. All right. So this is all alts, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. The one saving grace is that the mid time frame ribbon has come down fast from overbought to oversold, but it's still kind of pushing down. Yeah, I'd be a little bit cautious on alts, and in this situation, I would most trades that you're longing TP1 fast. You know, I don't want to give a certain percent because I think it all depends on which coin and where the levels are. But I would say TP, get half out pretty quick. Take your money and run. Because look, the whole time this is drifting down, total 3 is coming down, and we knew, it was pretty red all day and last night. But you do have a bull div here, but did it already play out? And I think that's that little surge that we had the last few hours.
Yeah. Any other coins? Because I'm gonna be asking him to look at hype. My favorite.
Nico. Oh, you know what? Ghosty did 1 inch earlier. Let's take a look at that. Because I had some confluence with him on that.
Yeah, 1 inch.
Yeah, so I like the 1 inch because of the bull div here. Now, and then because of the bull div, actually you have 2. I'll show you both of them. All right, so you have a bull div from this area to here. Make that green or yellow. It's fine. All right, and price went from here to here. All right, so you have a bull div there. And then and that's on the 1 hour. So if we go to the 15-minute, we have a more of a local bull div and price from here to here, pretty flat. And the ribbon is going up sharply. So that's what I kind of made my own name for that. It's like an exaggerated bull div where price was just kind of floating around flat. And you also have a bullish engulfing right here. Although that was just this was just a doji, and then this candle confirmed the direction. So after a doji, if price closes above it, it's confirmed to go up. I mean, with a 70% chance. And if price closes below a doji, it's usually going to go down. It's, not always. But yeah, so 1 inch, right? It came up, it tapped the top of the daily CPR, and now it's hitting the middle of the daily pivot. Plus, this blue line is the quarterly DeMark. I would make sure you have quarterly and yearly DeMark pivots on your charts. They're a godsend. Um, they really react off of those. All right, so not only is this a quarterly DeMark, but it's also the top. See the weekly CPR, right? It's wide. The weekly CPR is wide. It's wider than the monthly, right? Here's the monthly. So what did I say about the tops of wide CPRs? Strong support resistance. So right here, you got the VWAP, you got the top of the weekly, you have the quarterly DeMark. You got a lot of support right here. So if this moves up from that, this could do very well. In the meantime, the 4 and 8 is starting to curl too. It's just right now may not be the best entry because the 15 is pulling back a little bit. Right. So if I see something like this, right? If I see that and price just doesn't really go anywhere, and then it starts to move up, I think that's going to be a strong move. All right, good. All right.
Hey, hey, Kerm, do you think you could send me like the screenshots for the weekly and the monthly CPRs? I feel like I put the settings in for the monthly, but I forgot to change the color of it, and I think it's this purple box that always pops up, but I'm just not 100% sure.
I'm
Because
gonna
you
put it up on
suggested
the.
like a rust colored.
I'm gonna put it up
Um,
on the screen, and you take a screenshot, okay?
yeah, let's do that.
All right. So let me do that now.
Appreciate you.
All right. So here's the
Hold on,
this.
Jeremy. I think we did this already. Your settings inside of the pivots extreme.
Oh, you want to check real quick?
We'd have to like cross reference it because you've changed. I'm not sure if you changed your settings.
I just feel like those have been updated because I feel like I used some of those and like then I went to see his new settings and they were kind of like different.
Okay, so
Hey, let me
Kermit,
ask you.
if you could do me a favor and then just go through and take screenshots of your things and repost them in Pivots Extreme.
Okay. Well, I can show it right now too, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah.
Well, let me.
I think what he means is for so that way if somebody newer comes in or joins or somebody needs an update on theirs, they can like go there
I,
for a reference and it's the most up to date.
I
Yeah.
got it. I was just gonna show you now, so you have it right away.
Oh,
But
I'm
what
with
I
that.
want to
Yeah.
ask, do you have which trading view package do you have? Do you have the one where you can have like a whole bunch of indicators? Do you
No,
have
I got the
premium or
basic
do you
right
have
now.
like
I just got the
basic?
5.
You have all right, so you can only have 5 indicators.
Yeah, unfortunately, as of right now, yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be different. I'm gonna tell you to set it up differently than I do because if you look over here, I have I have an indicator for each time frame. But for you, I would go into settings on the CMP Pivots Extreme. Have that up, go to settings. I have to kind of walk you through it real, but it'll be quick, guys. Um, Here you want to do daily, right? You click on the resolution, you go to daily. History, go back a bunch, right? And then for daily, I have this color, right? And you put that into the CPR fill box right here, right? And then the next one down, pivot 2, you do weekly, right? And that I just have like a light gray and I have it dotted, right? My daily is solid line. My weekly is dotted right here. You can define it. And then for the third selection, you'll do monthly, and this is my color. It's like a rust color. Um, and that one you do dashed. That way you're gonna have all 3 monthly, weekly, or daily, weekly, monthly in one indicator. Okay.
Perfect.
And then you
I'll
can
set those up.
choose to select all the levels. I honestly don't really use um, the
Pivots.
levels outside of the CPR. I'm
Yeah.
just I found a way to just work with the CPR. I do like the DeMark um, quarterly and yearly, and for that you go to Pivot Point Standard right here. That is TradingView's default pivot indicator. Very simple. It's their default one. It should be the first one that comes up when you type in pivot points. And right here, I have my arrow to the right of the screen, Pivot Point Standard. And you go there and you make sure you hit DM. And I have one with yearly and one with quarterly. It's going to be tough with 5 indicators. So uh, I wouldn't, I don't even know which one I would favor because they both are very dynamic. But what you can do is for the major like Bitcoin and Ethereum is you can click on it, go to yearly, and just draw a damn line for the whole year, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. You could do that too.
Yeah, that's smart. I get that.
Yeah. Or, feel free to ask others in the group too. I mean, if we're available, it's not a big deal. So that's 1 inch. See how it's it's kind of pulling back down into the support level here. But if this support holds and the 15 can come back down and test into the 4 8-hour ribbon and then bounce, you're good, because this peak right here was not too much. Right? But you see how when you get a peak like this, it's very hard for price to get back. Even yeah. So, but this is not too extreme, and that can kind of just swoop down and go back up again. Or it could fail, right? But
Hype.
you good? I mean, does this help you understand it a little bit?
No, it actually does. I definitely understand what bear and bull divs look like a little better now. So I'm gonna be
Okay.
looking forward to that. One thing that I will say is I'm not sure. Like I got different time frames than the ones than what you got for your lower time frames, and I just
Okay.
wanted to I'm trying to see if I could get those settings from you as well, like just for the smaller time frames.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and take a screenshot of my screen right now. I mean, and the 15, 30, 60 can be 1, 2, 3. It doesn't really matter, but take a screenshot of this, right? This is just 15, 30, 60, 240, 4-hour, and 480 is the 8-hour. And that's the yellow and red line that makes up the red ribbon right here. Right? And then I have
Perfect.
here is where you select the color and intensity, like brightness of your ribbons. See, I could take that. See,
Yeah, I like yours. Yours are real bright. I want to try to get it like that. Try to replicate it.
yeah, yeah. I've pretty much have it been consistent for a year now. The low time frame is yellow. The mid time frame is, well, in this case I left out the high time frame, so I have the mid time frame red, but you can have all of them together. So if I have all 3 time frames, the low, the mid, and the high, then the low will be yellow, the mid will be red, or the mid will be blue, and the high will be red. Right?
Gotcha.
I probably should just maybe put this blue. Maybe I'll do it now. Change that ribbon to blue. Keep it easier for. There we go. Okay, so that way we can always say blue. Yeah, blue is middle time frame, and red is high. That's the 12, the 18, and the 24-hour. So, Nico, you got anything you want to look at?
Hype.
Oh, right now I'm just taking note of all of this, taking screenshots of everything.
Okay,
But we
all
can
right.
look at hype. I'm down to look at hype.
Hype.
Um,
Okay.
Just so you guys know, I'll post the YouTube link inside of our group here. We're doing a multi-stream, so we're on Rumble, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, and on Twitter.
And just so you guys know, I can't go a session without Mickey having me do hype. It's become common. Oh, it just bounced off of the middle of the monthly CPR, and you had a bull div right here. But again, the higher time frames are kind of. It's like it could turn or not, but it's not. I mean, it's obviously in a downtrend too, right? So when things are in a downtrend and I have this is a clear signal on the low time frame, and if you take it right, I would have been in right here. It moved up 1.7%. I don't know if I would have taken that. That was at the 50 EMA. But it's not a sell signal yet on the 15/30/60. But the ribbon is wide. So this is one thing you want to look at. All right, let's say you bought it, you're up here, and it depends what I got going on in my life. If I'm getting ready to train a client or go to bed and I'm up 1.7%, I'll take TP, stop at break even, go to bed. All right. But here, you also want to consider this. The distance from the top, the 15 to the 4 hour, I mean, that pretty much takes up the entire midsection of the charts. That's considered a wide ribbon. With a wide ribbon, right? It's probably about to prove me wrong right now, but with a wide ribbon, you're probably not going to see that happen. Right? Not with a wide ribbon. You could get something like, it's gonna move around.
What I've been getting all the time, which is it'll continue to stay stagnant and I'll get stopped out.
So, yeah, I mean, if that's happening, TP quicker, and then put stop at break even. You go back in, you do another one. Especially if
That's smart. I could do that.
right now the alt market, like for today, it's not great. So,
Well, it was a holiday.
Oh, and it's a holiday too, so there's that.
I do want to point out too, if it's going sideways, it's consolidating, and that is a retail's kind of a nightmare unless you're playing in that range. So when that happens and it's going sideways, what they'll do is they'll essentially stop hunt. They'll stop the shorts on that range, and then they'll stop the longs by just peeking over the range a little bit, and that's a form of consolidation. So what
Yeah.
you depending on what kind of trading you do, you're effectively what Kermit's trying to look for are the breakouts. When it's in consolidation, he kind of stays away from it. He doesn't. I don't think he really. You don't really range trade, do you?
I mean, I do,
But
but
you don't really
when
see it that way either.
yeah, I just when the so here's an example right here. You see how wide the ribbon is, guys, right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here it's narrow, right? And that's where I mean, this didn't move a lot because you had a lot of resistance here. You had the quarterly demarc there again too. But when I see this width, I'm pretty sure it's just not gonna do much for a while after, and it didn't. It just went sideways. This is on the 15 minutes, so it was like 3 hours of nothing. And
Okay, yeah. So that's been my problem because I've been seeing those lines doing that exact thing, and I think it's a good thing. And I'll jump in on a trade, and then it just bounces sideways for like 2 hours, and then I get stopped out.
yeah, so with par, if you get in, all right, let's say we got in right here, right? If you get in and within 30 to 45 minutes, it's acting well, stay with it for a little bit. So like here, you get in right here, right? It's it came down into oversold, and then all three lines turn.
Oh, like a slingshot right there.
Now the mid time frame ribbon is pulling down. So this was like a risky scalp scenario. But let's say you got in, right? Your stop is below here, and you got in, and then this 15 minutes it went up, 30 minutes it's going up 40. So it's doing well, right? I mean, let's see what that percentage would be here.
Can you zoom in
Hold
a
on.
little bit? I'm like squinting.
That's about 1%.
Yeah, I'm so lucky I could pinch and zoom in with my iPhone because I'm on the iPhone with this right now. I tried to do it on my laptop, but I couldn't hear you guys.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Yeah, here we were over here. All right, so this paid out 2%, right? So if you're TPing, you got the VWAP and 2%. So that's a good that I will usually take that, right? It's got the VWAP and it's at up 2%. And this ribbon is not really going up. It's kind of coming from a little bit oversold and heading down. So this was just like a risky scalp play here. And now, the whole time the mid time frame is going down, down, down. This is where you look for shorts. So like right here, 15, 30, 60, pointing down, take a short right here. See how the ribbon got narrow? So this right here is a better play than this because this is kind of wide and this is narrow, and boom, on this candle all three lines pointed down while the higher time frame is trending down. So you're trading with the trend. It makes it a lot easier, and you stay in this trade until that 15-minute turns, and this is where you get out. So that's a decent play right there. That would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles down in a row, right, on that short. Here's another scenario. It's wide, so you don't have to get in here, but now it starts to narrow, and boom, all three pointing down, you can get in on this candle, right? 1, 2, well, this one was up, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down candles in a row. And that's what I
Yeah,
want to
that's dope.
see when I take these trades. I want it to work right away on the 15-minute time frame. I want a 2-3 hour trade in and out, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. It's a day trade. I'm trading New York session. It's a 6.5 hour time zone that I want to trade, and then I want to like go and hang out with the kids at dinner and have fun and play with them. So that's my goal.
I
And
got a
this,
quick question.
yeah.
Is there a way to set alerts when the ribbon gets real narrow like that?
Oh, Nico had this question.
That is Nico.
Oh, okay. You, as far as alerts on when it gets narrow, not that I know
I
of.
think there are. When it gets
But
hold on.
I
When the ribbon gets narrow, no. But when it goes into overbought and oversold, yes.
have an idea. I have an idea. All right. So let's say, okay, right here, right? You got the yellow ribbon is in oversold, right? You're like, well, I'd like to long this, right? But I don't want to long it when it's wide. I want to know when it's getting narrow. Now, there's going to be a little bit of guesswork to this situation. Now, Mickey might be able to answer this. Mickey, is there a way that I can be alerted when the 15 touches the 30?
I believe so.
Because that would be cool. Otherwise, all right, I'm going to do this, Nico. Hold on. Start new. Let's go right to here, okay? This is a little playback method, all right? So the ribbon is wide, right? And we're not going to get in yet. Okay, here. Wide ribbon. You're like, okay. I'll let it pass. Don't, there's so many opportunities. There's so many coins. You guys realize that with this system, we're not just trading Bitcoin. We have, you know, 50 coins to choose from. We have more than that, but we have 50 that are like even better prospects. So you don't need to rush. Here's nice and wide, right? So what you would do is put a over here, like, click alerts. You can go in this way. There's a bunch of ways to do it.
Well,
Here,
let
let's
me let me
go.
let me teach you about how to do it on the indicator itself.
Okay.
So go to the settings of the indicator of the par. Yep. Click that. All right. See those and the 15-minute time frame. You see how you got OBS, H, and E check mark. If you hover over that
Yeah.
I option, it actually tells you what each of those mean, and you can set alarms for that. So each one of those check marks is an alarm that is set. So from there, you choose which time frame. So you'll choose the 15. You'll select which bar when it crosses that he wants. Go ahead and do that. choose choose the one box that you want.
I don't understand what you mean.
So you want
I don't
buy yeah. So you want the OBS.
know which one I want. I don't know which. I don't know.
You said the 15-minute. So you said the 15-minute, which is the white one. So uncheck
Yeah.
uncheck the other two boxes and just keep OBS. No. Keep OBS on the 15-minute.
Yeah, I did. It's right here.
Oh, it moved.
Yeah.
So simple overbought oversold. That's the first line in either the top or the bottom. So from there you go to the alarm settings.
Okay. Oh, you mean like over here?
Yeah, you don't. It moved again. Your OBS. Did you have it on?
It's on.
Okay,
It's
good.
on. I
Yeah.
promise.
So add in. Yep. Oh wait, no, it's the alert. Oh, sorry.
Indicator. Alerts. Wait. I usually just click over here and I go to. Oh, hold on. Where the hell are my alerts now? Why don't I have alerts? What happened?
Go all the way to the top of the center of Trading View. It says alert. It's got an alarm clock. Yep. Oops. Replay
Oh,
mode.
I'm in
Just again
replay
alerts.
mode, so it's not letting me. All right, let me get out of this.
Yeah.
All right. Let me leave replay mode. Sorry. But we can go back where we were. Was it right? It was right here, right? Yeah. It was right here. Okay, so now I should be able to do it. So you get add alert, right?
hmm
And so
You want
I would say,
no. Any function call.
yeah.
Yeah, if you do any function call, that'll call which you programmed in the settings,
Okay.
and then you hit create.
But I want to say when it's crossing down.
No. It'll alert when it hits it. Period.
I want to. My goal is I want to alert when the 15-minute comes down close to the 30,
That's
like
exactly what we
here.
programmed in the settings.
Okay, so I don't
It'll
see the alert up here.
it'll do both. It'll do both overbought and oversold. Yeah,
Okay,
so that one is programmatic to whatever you selected in the settings. So alert function call will call whatever you checked in each of those boxes on the
15-minute chart. So just create it.
Yep, create it.
All right, so, but that'll tell me when the 15 gets overbought or oversold,
As well
but
as a
it won't
few
tell
others
me.
because you had a few check marks in there for all the other boxes.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But it won't tell me when the 15 gets to like here. So with that, I got to set up a line like this, crossing down. That's like the minus 10. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once per bar close. So it's going to set a line right here. When that 15 comes down and hits that line, I will know that the ribbon most likely will be thin again and squeezed. And I can move that, you know, I can kind of check back later and say, oh, okay, well, maybe I move it up a little bit. That's just another way to do it too. Whereas the other way, it will tell me when it's in the oversold zone or the overbought zone. But sometimes the trade can happen without it being in that zone.
Yeah.
So yeah, like right here, you had a short, but it was nowhere near overbought. But this is where the ribbon squeezed. The only thing is there a way to take all this off? Like, I just want the line. I don't want all these words.
Um,
So messy.
I think so. Yeah. I think what you have to do is go up to the top.
Edit.
I don't think you're editing the alert. You have to actually edit the data on.
Oh. All right, we don't need to go through that now, but
Just,
it's only when I hover anyway. It's it's not a huge deal. But yeah, I want to know when this 15 because like right now I don't want to trade it with the 15 way up here. Like maybe here, right?
There's also an alert in the settings for that. So in order to change that data, go up to where it says Hype Tether US Perpetuals Contracts. HLC. Yep. And then you go to the three dots. Go to settings. Go to status line. And then underneath title, uncheck those. Underneath title, you want title on.
Chart values?
Yeah,
No.
turn that off.
And that's it?
I'm pretty sure that's it. And it should get rid of.
Still there.
Oh, maybe not.
That's all right. Should I check those back again?
No. That displays all the other minute details of like the
Oh,
daily
okay.
high, daily low stuff. That's
But Nico, are you catching this now?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so so
I didn't
there's
even know you could do
different
alerts
ways.
like that.
Mickey showed it so that every time the 15 goes to over, and that's a good one to have like on total 3. Like I want to know every time the 15 and the 30 gets to oversold or overbought, right? Because that can create opportunities, right? I mean, the opportunities can come without it even being oversold or overbought, but I mean, typically when you get like right here, 15, 30, 60 overbought, great opportunity for a short. Oversold, 15-minute oversold, great opportunity for a long. I mean, like I said, they can come without it being in those zones, but if it gets into that zone and then it starts to curl out of that zone, that could be a good trade many, many times, right? And then if you have a divergence on top of it, then it's even better. And sometimes if the market's wishy-washy, I probably will just want to trade divergences. You can only trade that, and that could be your bread and butter too. And if you're newer and you are reading the divergences properly, I would just probably trade that. You know, if you get a bull div on the 15, 30, 60, and the mid time frame ribbon is flattening out, that could be a good trade, right? I don't know if this I don't know if this one will be in particular, but it could be. You have the bull div and the 4 hour is starting to turn, right? The problem is I'm looking back, it's not a bull div on the 4 hour because you had this hanging up here. So that this was kind of like broke down. So but now this scenario much better, right? Because you had lower, it came up a little bit, right? It didn't really go into overbought, and then it made a bull. Well, price didn't go lower, but it kind of made a exaggerated divergence right here. So I feel better longing here than here, right? This is got a lot of resistance above it right now. I don't really, not crazy for it just yet. I'd want to see that kind of work that out. So, all right. If anybody's got anything else, and where's Wally been? He just disappeared. Get him back in here. You guys good?
Yeah, but this actually helped a lot. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Um,
Sure. And now, just keep your eyes peeled for, I would say, you and Shorticus, being, you're so busy with it. I would really focus and search high and low for those 4-hour bull divs, right? And then if you find a 4-hour bull div, then you can put that 15-minute alert when it gets into overbought or oversold, depending. I think most of us here probably like longing a little bit better. So you find that 4-hour bull div, then let that alert hit you up on the 15-minute drop. When it gets that drop, you know, boom, you get that drop like that. Get that drop right here. Boom. This one didn't pan out because the 4-hour was coming down. See, that wasn't the best one. But this one here, right? It dropped, came up. That 4-hour went up with it, right? It showed support, and this was a much better long on hype. What did this end up paying out? That's 7.8% from this drop to the top.
Yeah, on
So
2x
yeah,
that's 14%. On
yeah.
3x that's 21%. So yeah, leverage really starts weighing on you when you start seeing these patterns and these entries.
Much would it be on 179x? Real quick, come on.
A lot.
Just messing with you. All right.
If that's it, we could do a little housekeeping. So
Sure.
we're gonna try to get back to live streaming in the norm. Today was kind of a impulsive jump on, but expect us Thursdays, same time, right? Same bet time, same bet
Yeah.
channel. Okay, so
Yeah.
9 p.m. Eastern, we'll live stream, and we usually go for an hour, but it goes past that. It depends on our day's events and how tired we are. But we're gonna do it every Thursday. We'll try to shoot for Sundays, but that's not heavy set now for us. As well as if you guys are interested in getting affiliate links, DM me. Let me know. With Whoop.com, they give 30% out just in their marketplace. So I'm offering that same thing to anybody who wants to become an affiliate. So if you got like friends or anything, whatever monthly payment they get or they make, you get 30% of that. So you can easily build like a good chunk of money. I know The Godfather has been killing it with that. So if you guys are interested in earning some extra side hustle income, that'll really help the group. They can help your friends learn how to trade, as well as help you guys out and get your
Yeah, I'm always
portfolio.
looking. I'm always looking for side income. So you said what do we got to do that?
Just DM me. I'll have to set you up. I'll need like your email and some stuff like that in order to set you up with an affiliate link. And then what you do is you send that affiliate link to your friends. They sign up through that affiliate link, and that way the website knows that you're the referral. And with that, if they sign up for a subscription, first month's free. But after that, then um, you'll start getting a percentage of whatever we get.
I just want to point out Dash from
Thanks.
that.
Sounds good. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, no worries.
So guys, take a look at Dash from this entry, and I measured from the top of that entry candle. I did not get out at 7.8% because I was in here, but it's fine. It's well worth it. But right from here to there, 7.8%, and that was in 90 minutes. Right? You have, like I said, you had that bull div right here, right? And you had a little tiny mini bull div, and as soon as the 15, 30, 60 closed on a 15-minute candle with all of them pointing up from the oversold position, right? That's the green area. And you had the 4 and the 8 were in unison, and that I talked about that in the beginning of the stream when it was like here. But that ended up going up 7.8% in 90 minutes. I mean, and Dash is it's not a fly by night. It's been out there. I think it's actually been like 7 years. I think I actually traded it in 2018 off of Binance Spot. But anyways, yeah, so people are hooting and hollering over shorting Bitcoin today, and it made a 2.5% move. Well, here you have a 7.8% move in like an hour and a half. You don't have to wait a whole day. So, and you just put your stop where this red line is. And remember what I said, if it's working out within 30 minutes, and that's like right here, it's probably going to be a good one. And that's what happened. So,
I brought up Dash on CoinMarketCap and it was DoorDash and I was like, the fuck?
oh, really?
Yeah, I
Wait,
was like,
there's DoorDash on
there's
CoinMarketCap?
yeah, I was like, what the hell?
It's not. I thought that's a stock, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why it's here. So
I
Dash is
didn't know they had a coin.
Dash
It
the
might be a
crypto.
spoof coin. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it had their logo, so I could see that getting gobbled up by a lawsuit fast. Dash is an open source blockchain. Let's see here. When was it started?
Oh, and if you go back and look at the chart I put up on that, I think the chart I put up here, right, and then you saw me put a mark here and the question mark. I, I am, I'm not lying here. This question mark was there, right at this spot, and that was like crazy. Anyway, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not trying to predict, but that was pretty pretty crazy how it ended up right on that question mark, the
It
long
was on
signal.
point.
But you can go back in the chat. I think it was back this morning I posted the chart on Dash. Anyway, so just keep looking for those, right? And the nice thing with the bull divs, check this out, guys. Like, you're getting in here at 67.04. Your stop is at 65.47. That's nothing, right? I mean, what is that? Like 1.5%? No, yeah, it's like about 1.8%, right? I
People
mean,
gamble way more than that at the casino.
exactly. And even if you have $100 on that trade, you lose
$100.
uh $2, right? 1.8%.
Oh yeah.
$1,000 on that trade, you lose $12. I don't know. Oh, but if I'm sorry, at 10x, then it would be like, yeah. So you'd lose 10 on 100 or 100 on 1,000. But the reward, you know. So again, and this was not even the alt market is a little bit weak. But now I think Dash might end up. I think I might want to add some like soon because um, the red looks like it's trying to turn, and you have a bull div on the 4, the 6, and the 8 hour. Right? See how here you got the here? I'll draw it. Let me put
Is it?
yellow on that.
Yeah.
So there's your 468 bull div right there. Right. So this area here, boom. I mean that's a pretty significant bull div too. So I might keep this stop loss and just add a little bit more. You know, hopefully I can get it down to like 68, 90. But even still, it's not too crazy right now. And right now it's like a 6% loss, so you gotta be careful with that. Don't go too crazy. Well, I'm not gonna go too crazy. It's up to you guys. But yeah.
So, sorry to interrupt, but DoorDash tokenized stock through Ondo. It's an Ondo asset,
Oh,
so it's an
wow,
RWA tokenized stock.
interesting. All right. Anyway, that's it for me.
Yeah, yeah. I think we should
I'm
call it
ready.
here. DM me guys if you have any questions or anything like that. I'll get to you when I can.
Is that Mickey by any chance? I'm not sure. I'm not
Yeah,
sure. I
Yeah,
don't recognize.
yeah.
the voice.
Mickey
All right,
Mouse.
bet. Cool. Nice to
yeah.
meet you, brother.
You too, brother.
This is Mickey's. The channel is Mickey's, and he's put everything together on it. So, yeah. Any questions on anything? We're gonna just keep posting stuff on social media. I haven't been in other Discord groups lately. I guess I got tired of getting kicked out. So, but I probably will go back in at some point. But if you guys are in other groups, just feel free to copy paste my charts, or and say what you think's gonna happen.
Jeremy,
And
I think we should give what you do a try on Twitter, on X, and like
do
start
what?
post do what you do but on X.
Okay. All right.
Because they won't kick you off from there. It's not like it's a
I'm
group.
gonna need your.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
We'll have to get
I
together
need
and
your help.
facilitate all that.
I'll put a video together, and then I just need to find out when you have like 10 minutes to help make sure I'm putting it on the right way. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm trying to get like figured out how to like we did before where you could stream on our business X. So I'll figure out a way to do that.
Okay, cool.
So.
All right, guys.
All right, thank you for joining us for the live stream. Again, this is November 11th, Veterans Day. You'll be seeing us in 2 days on Thursday, which is what, the 14th?
Yeah.
12th?
Yeah. They have a good workout tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kern. Thanks, Mickey. I appreciate your time, man.
No worries,
You're
guys.
welcome.
Yeah, we'll talk to you all later. Thanks for joining us.